Hey everybody, I'm Kim Bourgeois Landry and I'm the Wonky Quilter. Welcome aboard. I'm glad to have you with me today. Today it's going to be a little bit of a different subject. It's not just about quilting. It's been a long time since I've talked about my au naturel scalp here. I did a video about it or where I mentioned it in the beginning when I first started. It's been a long time. Lately, just in the last 2 weeks, I've had 3 people wondering what was going on. Was I really sick or was I, you know what? No, I'm not, okay? I'm not. I have Alopecia Universalis. It's a serious thing for so many men and women and children. Not so much for me because I've been dealing with it for a very long time and I'm sort of over it. This is just what I look like. I started losing my hair. Oh, God, it's hot in here. I started losing my hair in my mid-20s. And when I noticed it, I was pregnant for my daughter. My daughter's 33. So that means it was about 34 years ago. Little bitty spots here and there. They would fill in one day, and the next day there'd be a big one somewhere else. I had so much hair. My hair was so thick. Back in the 80s, do you remember everybody was perming their hair? It took me two perms to get all of my hair. Seriously. And it was very healthy and silky and beautiful, and it was kind of how I defined myself in a lot of ways, do you know? It really, really was. Just started falling out. Over all of these years, I'm now in my mid-50s, it's not an issue for me anymore. Alopecia, in general, is hair loss. It can be because of a lot of different reasons. For me, it's an autoimmune. I think it's autoimmune for everybody, but some doctors just say, oh, well, it means you're under stress, or it's like, whatever. Don't get me started with that. But I have several autoimmune conditions, and that's like a compromised immune system. That doesn't mean weak. I think of my immune system as like samurai warriors who might be drunk. They're just sitting around the field. They've got all their armor on. They've got their weapons. And they're like, well, I want to friggin' fight. Who can we fight? Isn't there somebody to fight? That's kind of what has happened. No, I very seldom get the flu. I very seldom get a cold. Because I have a very strong immune system. So strong that it has affected my pancreas. I have type 1 diabetes. It has affected my thyroid. I have hypothyroidism. It has affected my hair. I have Alopecia Universalis, which is universally all over your body. That's how I've lost mine. And I'm missing one. Oh, I have celiac disease. My body really cannot tolerate wheat, rye, barley, and oats. It's like I'm from another planet or something. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, okay. This is my lot in life. It's been happening over 33, 34 years. I did not go bald all in one fell swoop like men or women or children with cancer who just lose their hair all at one time. Is such a traumatic thing. Mine happened bit by bit by bit by bit. I've been working on it, processing with it for, it feels like eons. But I've just come to the conclusion that this is what I look like, okay? I was made to be a bald woman. I wore wigs with human hair. I wore wigs with synthetic hair. I wore human hair pieces that were made, custom made for my head that cost over $1,000. Like, that's underestimating. When I say over $1,000, I mean over. Okay? $1,000. But it always bothered me that because I was born in a place, let's say like, a first world country, where we're not wealthy, but where we have more money than a lot of people in the world, a lot of people. I was choosing either Asian or Indian hair and mostly Indian. I really like the Indian hair for myself. You know, it held up better. It was silky. I didn't process it a lot, but you know. And a lot of these women sell their long hair, virgin hair that's never been chemically processed, that they've been growing since they were children, down to their elbows, down to their waists, for sometimes for $20. They just cut it off, right, you know, right at their hairline. Because some woman in America was willing to pay for it. I didn't like feeling like somehow, because I had money, I deserved to wear the hair more than some mama raising her 3 little children on a little farm in India, who it paid for, you know, a month's salary for $15 or $20 or $30. Ugh, I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I just decided that the woman whose life may or may not be harder than mine, I mean, she may have a wonderful life, the woman who had to sell her hair to raise money for her family, maybe her lot in life was she was going to struggle with money. But one of the things that she was highly valued for in her community, maybe her mothering skills, maybe, you know, I don't know, and maybe how beautiful her hair was. And I think that I just decided that this is how God made me. I was meant to be a bald woman. You see this? This is what I look like. It's okay. Alopecia, sometimes your hair will grow back. Usually when it does, it'll be for a short period of time. Doctors haven't told me that, but I've seen people who just have an automatic regrowth. It doesn't last. A lot of times they'll wake up one morning and half their hair is gone again, you know. Do I hold out hope? I don't want to say that I'm hopeless, because, you know, I have hope, but I don't need it. I guess that's not what I hope for. So it's not like I'm hopeless. I'm just hoping for things that mean more to me than hair at this point. I think that sounded real good. I'm hoping for different things. I don't feel like my bald head is something that needs to be fixed. I'm bald. I'm really cool in a lot of other ways, but I don't have any hair. And so people just have to kind of learn to go with what you're given. There are things that you can work to correct. I think I wore hair for a lot of years when it was important for me, while my child was little, while she was, well, I think I wore hair while it would have frightened her, maybe. I don't know. And it took her a long time to get used to seeing me bald. You know, it's taken a lot of people a long time because they associate a bald head with terrible illness, of which I do not have. I have lots of autoimmune conditions, all of them controllable. I mean, they all take work, but what doesn't take work? You know, I'm pretty healthy. I'm pretty healthy. You know, my life is good. My life is rich, and, you know, I have a pretty head. I don't really know if I do, but people say I do. Anyway, if you're interested in talking about alopecia, feel free to send me an email, thewonkyquilter@gmail.com. I'll be happy to do what I can to help you through this. I know it's a hard diagnosis when you first find out, but you know, there's life after that. I can tell you the best wigs to get. I can tell you the best companies to go through for custom hair. I can tell you if you want straight hair or curly hair, what kind of hair you should buy. I know all of this stuff. I just don't want to do it anymore. I'm going easy and breezy. That's probably belongs to a company. I'm going to take that back. I just don't need it, you know. I'm just going without. And going without means, I mean, nothing's slowing me down. This is just how it is. Sometimes you just have to accept the things that you've been given and learn to recognize them as a gift. Do you know? I stand out in a crowd. How about that? You know. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about it. I won't be doing a lot of videos about this because, not because I'm ashamed to talk about it and I'm not worried about it, but for me, it's like such a non-subject. It's like saying, okay, this is my shoulder. See, this is how it's made. Let's keep talking about this shoulder. This is what my shoulder looks like. Let's talk about this shoulder. This is just my head. You know, I'll be happy to talk to anybody about it privately, and probably in 6 or 8 months again, if I have a lot of new viewers, subscribers to my YouTube channel, I will let you know again so that everybody knows that nothing's wrong with me. Do you know, I'm doing just fine. So thanks again. We'll see you next time where we'll actually talk about quilting and life. Okay, bye.